Some say this top-end DX52 is perfect for price and sound quality power delivery they can get for under $300. Hello everyone, welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I'm going to share my experience of using DX52 in long term, probably 3 months now. Pros and a few cons that I like to mention. I started off using it in my streaming setup, Netflix and all the online movie streaming and music, using it as a pre-deck, controlling volume from this DX52, pairing it with SMSA PAX gallium nitride class D amplifier in that setup. Sound quality, pairing, everything works out great with using Gallium TS Voyager MK2 SE or CSS Audio 2 DTX tower speakers. After that, I moved this DX52 to my desktop setup, pairing it with Yamaha HS5, monitoring my own voice while I'm editing and while I'm streaming and all that. It worked great. Whether I'm using headphones or the Yamaha HS5 monitor speakers. I tried 3 different headphones. My reference Sony MDR7506, Variant 1 planar magnetic headphones, Moondrop Para 2. So all of those headphones that I tried, my favorite combinations being Variant 1 or Para 2 with this top-end DX52 in bass quality, immediacy, and dynamic attacks and sound staging and width and depth that it can deliver. Headphone stage is very impressive. DX52 can take all those headphones to next level, totally different than original DX5 that I reviewed a few years back. I like the design of original DX5. This one is just boxy design with better improvements in internal space, components, and headphone stage that they designed. They call it X-Hybrid. DX52 enclosure is made of aluminum. Front fascia is made of a polycarbonate kind of plastic. Rear panel as well, but they both feel solid and there is no flimsy feeling or squeaky or anything like that. Very solid design. So fitments and everything of those connecting area, headphone connectors or line out connector works great and very solid feeling. Volume control is nice and precise control. 7600 milliwatt at 16 ohm load of power delivery. That is pretty impressive. And that totally shows it as well when I'm using its headphone stage. The immediacy and dynamic attack and bass control and grip and the tightness and depth that it can produce. Using ESS 9039 Q2M dual chip, whether I'm using my main system or when I'm wearing my headphones, width of the soundscape and depth and everything is very well delivered. But preciseness and precision of overall stereo images not there. So that is understandable for this price point. The sound is more forward in mid-range and upper mid-range area. That is totally noticeable. Forwardness that I can notice listening over this D900 and DX52 is probably 4 to 6 dB louder, I would say. So that much of a forwardness that I can notice and hear. Right when I'm listening to my headphones, if I reach to my reference level with this DX52, it can get brighter and brighter, especially when I'm listening to modern pop hits and all that. Totally ESS sound signature. I mean, when you reach to the 80-85 dB range, upper mid-range and higher frequency is gonna be less desirable if I have to nitpick because it can get less refined. Then I switch it over to Musicshare X9 300B tube amplifier with JBL R100 Classic 75th combination. RCA cable is connected with made in Greece ASD pure silver RCA cable with WBT connectors. So that combination sounded incredibly good in low-level listening, around 55 to 65 dB range. Then when I crank it up to my reference level, less enjoyable for me, the brightness and forwardness that I experience, but not too bad, right? I'm just saying, sharing my experience. When I moved over to my reference Accuphase E4000 and this S1EH towers, width of the soundscape is probably wider than most of the decks that I tried. End to end to that corner, far corner kind of width that it can deliver, but depth is not that level of my reference deck or anything like that, but it has a super wide soundscape, especially when I'm using this coaxial beryllium dome tweeters, and it's super wide sound that I was amazed by it. Width is very impressive, but stereo images, there's no precision to it. For example, the track that I always include in my videos, the Janis Ian Breaking Silence, that track is very well recorded. Although gain is not that high, but it recorded like surround kind of mixing that they did. Left to right, right to left, and the middle, high vocals came at the middle. So that kind of sound is not going to be able to produce with this DX52. Stereo image out of 10, probably I would say 5. So that is going to be my rating on stereo image. Rest of the rating is pretty high and out of 10 rating. Stereo image is not there for me, especially pairing it in my main system. Overall tonal balance is neutral and nice resolution to it with mid-band forwardness that I can't ignore. Background clarity and cleanliness is slightly less. If you want to use it as a headphone stage and DAC combination, it works great. You just need to pair it right to get the best out. For the power delivery of headphone stage for this $300 price point is probably best one out there right now that you can get. If you are a big fan of ESS sound signature, your system is designed for that, or you are after that kind of sound quality, I can easily recommend it to you. But for me, I really wish that they went with AKM chip, even AKM 4493. If they don't want to go top of the range AKM chip, that will be even better in sound quality, refinements, and stereo image. Price is right, power delivery is great, sound quality is good for this price that you are getting. Another thing is when I'm playing multiple formats such as DSD to PCM, so back and forth, when it changes the format, not the resolution, there's a little bit of popping sound that come out. But after all, this is just under $300 component that offering good sound quality and power delivery of headphone stage, trigger in and out, PEQ, and everything that you can have for under $300 is still very good buy. I can easily recommend it to you to try it, my friend. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Come into my solitude, though I weary be. Come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whispers sing, listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude, be my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home. Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you choke on down. Come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. one. Thought it was the only, thought it was the only one. Speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Come to my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Coming to this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Coming to my solitude, burn this middle.